Have you ever dreamed of exploring the fairy tale castles and palaces of Europe? Well, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 10 most magical castles that'll transport you right into a fairy tale storybook. These jaw-dropping castles, with their soaring towers, ornate rooms, and breathtaking locations, are guaranteed to spark your sense of wonder and adventure. Whether you're a history buff, an architecture lover, or just love immersing yourself in scenic places full of old-world charm, this video is for you. From romantically perched cliffside castles to imposing mountaintop fortresses, this countdown of the most fairy tale-esque castles in Europe will inspire you to plan an epic castle-hopping road trip. So come along on a magical journey into Europe's fascinating past. Here are the top 10 most enchanting castles you simply must visit. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is the Peles Castle, located in the town of Sinaia in Prahova County, Romania. Considered one of the most beautiful castles in Europe, Peles Castle was commissioned by King Carol I of Romania in 1873, and construction was completed in 1914. The castle was built during the time when Romania was gaining independence and asserting its national identity. It was meant to illustrate Romania's status as a modern European monarchy. The castle was designed in the German Renaissance style and incorporates elements of other styles like Baroque, Neo-Renaissance, and Neo-Gothic. It contains over 180 rooms decorated with remarkable collections of armors, medieval weapons, Romanian decorative art, furniture, and paintings by European masters. Peles Castle was also one of the first castles in Europe to have electric light installed. Surrounded by mountains and forests, the castle is set on a magnificent landscape with strategic military placement along an important passage in the Carpathian Mountains. Today, Peles Castle maintains its legacy as an iconic symbol of Romania's royal heritage and attracts many visitors interested in history, architecture, and intricate interior design. Coming in at number 9 is the unbelievably picturesque Swallow's Nest in Crimea. This bright white fairy tale castle seems to float right on the edge of a cliff overlooking the dazzling Black Sea. Built in 1912 and inspired by fantasy stories, the neo-Gothic design and ornate terrace give it a dreamy, floating appearance. Swallow's Nest has been featured in numerous films over the years, and it's easy to see why with its storybook look. One travel tip: take the cable car ride up the cliff to get some truly jaw-dropping views and Instagram-worthy shots of this clifftop beauty. The ride amps up the adventure, and you can pretend you're the hero of your own fantasy epic, arriving at the castle. Up next at number 8 is the postcard-perfect Cochem Castle in Germany. Perched atop a hill and surrounded by vineyards and rolling green hills, this castle overlooks the winding Moselle River. Though its origins date back to 1130 AD, the current castle was rebuilt in a gorgeous Gothic revival style in 1868 after being destroyed centuries before. Guided tours let you get an up-close look at the well-preserved medieval interior and fancy rooms fit for royalty. And get this! Every August, Cochem Castle hosts one of Germany's most epic wine festivals. Thousands come to celebrate the local Moselle wine right next to the enchanting castle, so come for the views, history, and delicious local vino. The honor of number 7 goes to the Château de Chambord, located in the Loire Valley, in the region of Centre-Val de Loire, France. Construction began in 1519 at the initiative of King Francis I of France. Considered one of the most beautiful examples of Renaissance architecture, it took over 300 years to complete the Château de Chambord. The castle features over 440 rooms with a massive scale and complex design centered around a large double helix staircase. Its most striking feature is the iconic towers topped with dome-shaped, slate-covered turrets. The castle's walls and roofs are covered in an estimated 376 chimneys to evacuate fireplace smoke. It sits on a landscape of over 5,440 acres, surrounded by vast parks, woods, and lakes. Chambord is renowned for its luxurious yet sophisticated Renaissance style. Today, it is one of the most visited châteaux in France, attracting art and history lovers from all over the world. Taking the 6th spot is the dramatically perched Hohenzollern Castle of Germany. This majestic Gothic Revival castle is built right on top of a mountain, rising vividly from the surrounding forest. Though a castle has been here since the 11th century, the current one was rebuilt in the 19th century by Prussian royalty. When you tour the regal halls and climb up to the ramparts, you're treated to stunning 360-degree views over the countryside. And get this! This castle houses the historic Prussian crown jewels along with a massive collection of rare Burgundy wines. After visiting the royal treasures, be sure to walk the scenic trails around the mountain. Hohenzollern looks like something straight out of a fairy tale up there in the clouds. Sizzling in at number 5 is Spain's mesmerizing Alcazar of Segovia. Its unique design and cliffside setting will blow you away. The soaring towers and curved walls resemble a ship's bow perched dramatically above 2 rivers in a rocky crag. First built as a fortress in the 12th century, it was later expanded into an elegant royal palace. Inside, you can tour the throne room and lavish chambers decked out with ornate tapestries and artworks. One travel tip: be sure to try Segovia's famous roast suckling pig dish after you explore the castle. The crispy pork with the incredible views of the Alcazar is an unbeatable pairing. This is one Spanish castle that really makes an impression with its distinctive shape and sheer magnificence. Entering the countdown at number 4 is the legendary Bran Castle of Romania. Though often called Dracula's Castle, the links to the real Dracula, Vlad the Impaler, are questionable. But there's no doubt this Transylvanian fortress is imposing as heck and totally surrounded by myth and legend. You've gotta explore the secret passages, dungeons, towers, and inner courtyard for yourself. This place just oozes mystery and intrigue. The Bran Castle houses a huge collection of art and furniture that once belonged to Queen Marie of Romania. So come get lost wandering the spooky and enchanting castle's many rooms and corridors. Taking the 3rd spot is a castle located in the town of Bojnice, north of the city of Banska Bystrica. The Bojnice Castle, one of the most significant architectural monuments in Slovakia. Construction of the large Gothic castle began in the second half of the 13th century, and it was expanded with Renaissance additions in the 16th century. The 4-winged castle sits on a small island in the artificial Pivnica Lake and has kept much of its original Gothic features, including towers, turrets, basements, and defensive fortifications. Inside, the spacious rooms and halls are furnished with period decor ranging from Gothic to Renaissance and Baroque styles. A notable feature is the 12th century Romanesque crypt beneath the main tower. Today, Bojnice Castle houses a museum and is one of Slovakia's most popular tourist attractions, renowned for its picturesque appearance, well-preserved architecture, and insight into medieval castle life. Located off the northwestern coast of France, Mont Saint-Michel is a renowned island commune consisting of an abbey and walled village situated atop a rocky tidal island. Built between the 11th and 16th centuries, the architectural structures on the island include the 11th century Benedictine Abbey Church of Saint-Michel, as well as houses, shops, streets, fortifications, and other defensive walls encompassing the site. Due to its location within an intertidal zone, the island can be completely surrounded by tidewaters during high tide, while low tide reveals large sand flats that can be walked across to access Mont Saint-Michel. This unique tidal phenomenon has long made the site strategically important for defensive purposes. Today, the island remains an iconic pilgrimage and tourism destination that draws millions of visitors annually to experience its medieval buildings, Gothic architecture, winding alleys, and changing tidal landscapes. It is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its cultural and natural value. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The #1 most magical castle in Europe is none other than Germany's Neuschwanstein Castle. This ultimate fairy tale castle is said to have been Walt Disney's inspiration for Sleeping Beauty's castle. It was built by Mad King Ludwig II of Bavaria in the late 1800s. A dreamlike vision situated high in the mountains. This place is what fantasies are made of, with its towering spires, magnificent throne rooms decked out in Byzantine frescoes, and bridges that add to its dreamy vibe. One travel tip? Take the tours to see the dazzling interior, but also make time to hike the trails around the castle. Live your own fairy tale at the one and only Neuschwanstein. It takes the crown for the most magical castle on the continent. Well, what did you think of our virtual tour of the most magical castles in Europe? Breathtaking, right? Each one transported us to another world of stories, beauty, and history. Make sure to add some of these fairy tale destinations to your travel bucket list. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else you think would appreciate a sneak peek inside some of the world's most incredible architectural wonders. Also, hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future travel adventures. Thank you so much for joining us on this fantastical journey.